Are we recording? Are we on the show?
Oh yeah, I'm recording.
Right.
Yeah.
So this was kind of like a few months ago. I was kind of like, you know what? I'm not shaving my beard till this COVID bullshit is over. And now,
you're never gonna
now I
shave
have
your
this.
beard. You're never gonna shave your beard. It's
Yeah.
you're toast.
I might have to sneak in some Amish paradise when he says that.
That's fine. So, yeah, so I'm getting ready to come out here, and my wife comes running up to me, and she's on the phone with her dad and her sister who live down the block. And she's like, the house over here on this road, in front of the school, which is, like a stone's throw from here. And it's a crappy house, and it's like an eyesore house. The first thing I'm thinking of, it's on fire, right? Which is wrong, but
I was thinking the same thing you were as you were telling the story.
I was like,
same.
It's on fire, which means it's going to be remodeled. It's going to look nice, right? No, there's like a barricaded person in there who's talking to the police on the phone, and you'll never take me alive, and
Copper.
Yeah. Yep. So, they've got the roads all blocked, and nobody can go anywhere. Which I guess it was convenient because we're in the middle of an ice storm here, so all the plow trucks were already out. So to just deploy them and have them park in the road to block traffic was pretty easy. But now my wife's like, maybe you should stay in the house and not do the podcast. So I said, I'll bring something out in the shuttle pod with me. I'll set phasers to stun while I'm doing the show. So
there you go.
This is my first fully armed podcast. In case you're wondering.
All right. Yeah.
Wow.
Now we're
I'm surprised it's the first.
Well, because I'm usually out here in sweatpants and a hoodie.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm wearing jeans. This is also my first podcast in jeans with a belt.
Ooh.
So,
Oh.
If you have to use your weapon, throw on the Mandalorian helmet too. I mean, just go all the way with it.
Just go all the way. Oh my God, that would be awesome. I'd be like, I can bring you in warm. I can bring you in cold.
Yes.
You should have your wife film you walking up to the cops as you say that. You would be arrested so fast. Welcome, hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Trekcast, the galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast. I'm Chad, that's Daniel, and with us is Jebediah. He's armed.
That's right. That's right.
For Halloween, are you going to dress up as the Mandalorian and one of your kids is Baby Yoda?
Oh.
That would be awesome.
You should do that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Or a Ghostbuster one of the kids of Slimer.
Well, here's the thing, I have that Mando helmet, but the rest of that costume, I mean, that's a lot of work.
That's
to
a
put
lot
that
of
together.
work.
So,
That's a lot of work.
if I was going to do Mando, I'd probably do like Mando and prom night and just wear like a tuxedo and the helmet or something. But
I bet if you started looking around in February or somewhere like that, somewhere away from Halloween, maybe you'd get it on sale.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe I'll just do Mando in the shower, and it's just the helmet and a bathrobe. And
Oh, no.
What was that
So,
movie?
because here's the thing: if he's home by himself, he takes the helmet off to take the shower. If he's at the gym, he's got to wear the helmet into the locker room.
Yeah. That reminds me of Karate Kid. What was he for Halloween? He was an actual shower with the curtain around him.
Oh,
remember
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. That was I remember that as a kid thinking that's just retarded, but it was also genius. Anyway. All right. So, hey, Daniel, your mic sometimes when you're talking, you sound a little muffled or a little chippery.
Hello? Let me see what's going on. Let me check my settings.
It's a little. I guess if anything, it's a little hot. Like you're like a little hot like
If
that.
I move it down a little bit.
There you go. There you go.
Does that sound better?
It's a little better. Yeah. Yeah. So that's probably what it was.
Okay.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah.
Odd. I don't know. You know how things change
Sure,
without
whatever.
changing anything.
Yeah.
Okay. What's going on with you guys? Anything you want to cover before we go into the news? I got one little thing I wanted to say just for shits and giggles before we head into the news. But what do you guys got going on?
I got to speak at a doctor's conference last week, and that was pretty neat. They had me talk about weight loss and my dice, and that was really fun. And then from there, it looks like I'm going to be speaking at some other doctor's events in the future. Yeah.
Cool.
Good,
Yeah.
man. Good. I got your text, Dan. Thank you.
So, yeah, no, I was telling my wife, I'm like, so Daniel was speaking at a medical conference last week. it was cool to be able to say, hey, my friend was speaking at a medical conference. But I was telling her how your doctor was there at the conference, and because he was there, he had the contact information for everybody, and did you a solid by messaging everyone on the side. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, and then
It was really cool.
didn't you get a letter from what was it, the Heart Association of America?
Well, yeah. I want to keep that on the download till something becomes
sorry.
official.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Cool.
Yeah, but yeah, good stuff in the works.
Yeah, all good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Excited to see you having success with it. So that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Me too.
Dan, what about you?
What's the question? What's going on?
Yeah, anything new? What's happening?
Still not shaving. Still not shaving. Yeah, I've had some weird stomach virus for a couple days or something.
Ooh.
Yeah, my whole gastro situation is just weird. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to sit out on the driveway for an hour with you guys, but
Oh no.
so I mean, if I just get up and run out of here,
It's not for a dog.
it's either a dog, a person with a gun.
I was gonna say,
ran
yeah.
by, or I really have to poop. So it's one of those three things. We'll just leave it up in the air. We'll let you decide. We'll let the listeners decide. We don't
Those
need
are
to
quite
give-
the choices.
Yeah, man. Trekcast, it's the shit. Gosh.
I don't think there's much else. Going on with me. No,
That's cool.
that's it.
So I started my new role at work the first of this week. A lot of noticeable changes with it. Not doing the laser trackers for the company anymore. Now I'm doing more of the machine tool production stuff. What does that mean? What is it? What am I actually selling? What am I actually doing? We don't know, but it'll get there. It's like a startup in the middle of a giant company. It's weird. But anyway.
That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it is different. But with that said, the travel starts back up. I'm back on the road again next week. I've got lots of places to go. I'm going to be going to Germany at some point. I don't know when I'm going to Germany, but I'll be going. My luck, they'll call me or we'll figure it out, and it'll be during the Star Trek convention. I don't think it'll be that far out. I think it'll be sooner than that, but at any rate. So that's kind of where that sits. And then I've got a second podcast that I guess start doing on Thursdays. So that's exciting.
Cheating on us, Dan.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean you got a second?
Yeah.
No, I got another podcast I'm going to be a co-host on.
Yeah. No. We heard you, Chad. We heard the words.
What?
We're just trying to wrap our heads around it.
Is there anything more important than this podcast? Is that what you're
We gave you the best years of our lives.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I'll just, what I'll do? Same situation. I'll stroll inside. I'll tell my wife, I have this other wife on Thursdays, and we'll see how she reacts.
I'm gonna guess not good.
Oh, you guys. You know I love you.
Do we?
Do you though?
Do we? Because Thursday wife says different.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. It'll be fun. So
what is this other?
Yeah.
Is it like the Nambla hour or something? I mean, what is this? I don't know. I hope someone out there's like, Nambla, what's that? I should Google that. I should Google it.
No,
Get yourself on a watch list. Google it.
Yeah. I learned something new this week that I didn't want to know.
And now there's somebody. Now there's somebody who's like, I'm not going to Google that, but I'm going to the library on Monday to Google it.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah. No, it's the show actually already exists and it's been out for about a year. It's called Echoes of New Eden. It's based on the Eve Echoes game, mobile game, which is based on Eve Online, one of the largest MMOs in history. And
all right, I'm no longer jealous.
Yeah,
continue.
Yeah, it's a game. Yeah. It's a game. It's a show. It's about a game.
It's amazing that you found a podcast even nerdier than Star Trek.
I did.
Exactly.
I did. I know. That's pretty
when
much.
When your partners on the Star Trek podcast make fun of how nerdy your other podcast is, I mean, that's something.
Yeah. That is an accomplishment.
This is an accomplishment. I mean, if you're going to go all in, you go all in, right? I mean,
yeah, no kidding.
So yeah, anyway, that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I think most people don't realize, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a noob. But when it comes to games and a community around specific games, it's kind of amazing how large some of those communities are, even though they're siloed into one game. You know what I mean? So I've been very taken aback by that a little bit.
I mean,
how big
that's how it is in the Dance Dance Revolution community.
All those people playing, Avalon Online. You see those commercials every once in a while in weird places. Like, what's this commercial doing here?
The hardcore Angry Bird fans still?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Whoa. Watch your mouth.
Dan plays Angry Bird still.
Yeah.
Or what was that other one that came out at the time that was big like that? Was it Boom Boom Beach by the same company or something?
I was thinking Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird, yeah.
I play Clash of Clans.
Oh, you do. You do.
Boom Beach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take off for like 3 months. I won't play it.
Yeah.
And then I'll log in, and it's like, oh, look at all this free shit that I've acquired from just not being here.
Yeah, I used to play Clash of Clans with the kids. We used to play Minecraft a lot. We used to have all kinds of games.
My son
like
is
that
all
to play
about
a lot.
Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft is amazing. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, my son is all about it.
Yeah.
My nephews are interested in Roblox.
My son does Roblox also. And he got my wife to play it with him. And now she's like, I kind of enjoy this. So
there are certain
play it
aspects
together.
of it. Yeah, I mean, Minecraft-wise, even my wife, for a while there, would do the creative mode stuff. She didn't like the mobs, but she liked creative mode. So and we would have building competitions, all anyway. So fun stuff. That was it. That's the stuff there. Busy as always. So, ready to get into the news?
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Attention all hands. It's time for Star Trek news.
So our first news story comes to us from StarTrekMovie.com, and it came out earlier this week that Picard season 2, 3, whatever one they're shooting right now, had been shut down because of the Rona, but it only lasted one day. They're back up and running. So that's good news. That's the news update, is that they're back up and running. So they had up to 50 cases, which is weird that they phrase it as up to 50 cases. Does that mean like there was a few before? Does that mean like they weren't sure of the outbreak? Whatever. We do know that Grandpa was safe. He did not test positive, so that's good. And the other thing is like I know they say that they're up and running again, but like if it's a single actor shooting like a monologue, right, and it's just the camera's on them, technically that's up and running, and you don't have as many crew and people. So like, okay, they're shooting stuff again. That's cool, but we don't really know the extent of how reopened they actually are.
I have so many questions about this. Yeah.
There's not answers, so I'll try. What's up?
Well, I know. We don't have answers, but I mean, here's question number one.
Yeah.
You're in California, and everybody's mandated to get the vaccine, and you're a nurse, and you've gotten the vaccine, and you get COVID anyway, and you have COVID, but you're asymptomatic, and they tell you to come into work anyway. Why are we having film shortage stoppages if that's what's going on, even in California?
Well, first off, they're shooting in Canada, so
I understand
different,
that. I understand that, but
Yeah.
like, everybody's treating this completely different than one another. That's my point.
Actually, where they started back up was in California. But we shoot in both. Yeah.
Yep.
So, and that could be another reason too. Is maybe they're back up and running because the Canada place, where they shoot there, was shut down, and they could shoot some stuff in California. I don't know.
It's just the weirdest. We're in this weird time frame though, where everybody's still hyping it up as the worst thing in the world, and it's a pandemic, and you got to take it seriously. Okay, fine, whatever. But at the same time, we've got things like that going on to where people who have it but are asymptomatic and are nurses are also going to work. And we've got some places wanting to shut schools down, and other places saying no, go to school, and some places with masks, and some places with not. And then you got Joe Biden saying, well, this isn't going to be handled at the federal level. It's only a state's issue. I mean, wow, talk about a mess. Talk about a mess.
You know what?
Yeah. We get into it every week.
We do. I know. I'm sorry.
Rules apply to the rich. Don't apply to the rich and famous the way they apply to the rest of us. Okay,
Mhm.
You've got politicians all over the place. It's true though. You got politicians all over the place.
It is true.
Putting these rules in place and shaming other people for not following these rules, and this governor of this state is a piece of garbage because of what he's doing. And then it's the middle of the winter. They go on vacation. Where do they go? They go to Florida. Right?
Yeah.
They go to Florida, and they don't follow their own rules that they set in place in their own state. Okay, let's just talk about something else.
Well, that's the Honorable Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez D Twitch. Okay, moving on to the next topic.
And the other thing about them being back in production, there's so many things that they can do without having everybody on set, without having anybody on set. And what comes to mind, I don't know if you guys are following, but I can't remember his first name. His last name is Garland, but he is the comedian who plays the father on the Goldbergs.
Mm-hmm.
He was recently terminated for some on-set activity. They haven't really said what it is. It's probably inappropriate comments or something, because I don't know. He's a filthy comedian, and that's what filthy comedians do.
Yeah.
But anyway, they've also said that they're not killing off his character, and they're not writing him off the show, and they said that they have some creative ways to have his character finish out the series even though he's not there. It's going to be a combination of body doubles shot from behind, and
they're going to turn him into a puppet.
Well, they got 7 years of stock footage that they can reuse, and body doubles and shots from behind and off-camera dialogue and whatnot. So I mean, they're back up and running. Yeah, they're back up and running. Meaning they're pouring over everything that Patrick Stewart has said into a microphone for the last 40 years to see what they can recycle.
Dude, they had Grand Moff Tarkin in Solo.
Yeah.
And he's been dead for decades. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Wasn't that?
Doesn't matter.
Wasn't that Mando? He was anyway. Doesn't matter. Well, that was my.
I don't know.
This is my other. This is my other question. This is the other question about it, and probably the more important question in terms of just Trek, right, in the show, Picard anyway.
Yeah.
Why are they still filming? Isn't this thing supposed to come out in 2 months?
That was my other question. What is going? No, I do remember that they had said they were going to. Yeah, they're doing back to back. Yeah.
That might be it. They're already doing season 3.
Maybe. They haven't said one way or the other.
Hmm.
It's probably that. That's the most realistic and the most, makes the most sense. But we don't know that for sure. So
when Disco comes
Okay.
back in February, it's got what? 5 episodes left? I think that's what we figured out was maybe 5, 4 to 5.
6. I think 6.
6. Okay, so that's 6
Yeah.
weeks. They're going to come back what? February 10th or something, right?
February 10th.
The week after the Super Bowl, or is that the week
Yeah.
of the Super Bowl? I forget. Anyway, so February 10th.
So good in February and
Let me
March.
check my Super Bowl calendar.
That's gonna.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I
You
gotta
got your
watch
tickets?
Chiefs, man. Chiefs, baby.
What are they handing out popcorn at the game? What's going on?
Oh yeah, they will. Yeah, for me, I'll just be giving it to anybody who wants to come with me. Anyway, so
Okay.
I don't even know where the Super Bowl's at this year. I can't go.
Yeah. In front of an empty stadium at the rate things are going.
Yeah. No. They see that's the other thing too. They will not stop football for it at this point. They proved that this year.
They'll just move it to Florida.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so no.
All right.
So when these shows are going to be coming out and what we're going to get, I think someone in our Discord mentioned that here we are. This is the year of Trek, where they're going to have something new in Trek every single month. And so I don't know, like if they're in the middle of filming and going to get close, maybe they could have a season 3 of Picard come out before the end of the year, even though this is season 2 this year too. I don't know. It's just my thought. So
Maybe. I mean, you still got Lower Decks season 3?
3. Yep.
Yeah.
Strange New Worlds,
You've
which we
got
have no clue
Strange
when
New
that's coming out.
Worlds. Yeah. You've got the rest of Disco. You got Picard.
Yeah.
So
You got
there's
Prodigy
a lot
this month.
there.
Yeah, you got Prodigy this month. You've got Disco next month. Then at some point you've got Picard and Strange New Worlds, followed by Lower Decks.
And Lower Decks.
And then at the end of the year you got to have something. So that would be Disco again.
So we keep saying the year of Trek, but they never have said that, and they might be
Not for a
tentative
while.
about that.
Not for a
Yeah.
while. Yeah, that was. I mean, in
Yeah.
fairness, that was a long time ago that they said that was one of their goals. That wasn't
That's
something
back
they
when
said.
Discovery was going to be an anthology show. So
Oh, it was well after that. I remember it being well after
Yeah,
that. It was when. It was when.
Well, technically, a year is any 12-month period. Doesn't have to
Right.
be under year.
that's fair.
Yeah, I guess I'd have to go back and look and see exactly when they said that and how they worded
Speaking of
it.
calendars, in the new year, when are we going to do Men of Trekcast?
Yeah, well, we're going to do the photo shoot in Chicago when we're all there. So,
That's
ladies
right.
and gentlemen, come on out.
That's right.
You get to take the
What's-
photos.
So we had Men of Trekcast, and we had Men of Trekcast Ryza Unleashed. So we need a new title.
Men of
Um,
Trekcast, Chicagoland.
Yeah,
Oh, I was thinking Men of Trekcast Neutral Zone Violation.
I like that. And we could just do that as a film, and we're in Chicago, and you just film us as we run around drunk.
Whoa.
Yeah, with hot dogs. I got no idea where the hot dogs
All right.
came from, but we have them.
I should get to the next story.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, indeed, it's getting too hot in here. The next news story comes to us from GeekWire. And it is. Yeah. I'm sure this won't spark anything.
No.
Star Trek's original Mr. Spock beams down for a vaccine boosting billboard campaign. So around LA, with the blessing of the Nimoy family and CBS, they are using Leonard Nimoy's likeness to promote getting vaccinated. Apparently, this has been in the works since last year, like early last year, and it's just now coming out.
Yeah.
So there's one where it's got Spock, and it says "Save humanity, get vaccinated. It's the logical thing to do." This is brought to you by LA Care Health Plan and the Nimoy family. And then there's another one that says "Live long and prosper, get vaccinated. It's the logical thing to do." So a couple billboards, and it's out there. So
Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
yeah,
everybody who can get the shot should get the shot. But if you can't get the shot
Yeah.
for medical reasons or for religious
I don't know,
reasons, then
man.
don't, and we're done. Move on.
yeah.
If you need a celebrity on a billboard to tell you to go get vaccinated, then really, I don't know if I want you polluting the gene pool going forward.
Hey, it's a
Can you
very.
imagine,
I
like,
mean, that's Darwinism at work.
Well,
right there, isn't it?
I'm going to get some hate mail for this, but I really honestly believe that this nation started going downhill when we stopped being able to duel people in the street at high noon. Like, we can't get rid of the idiots anymore.
I thought you were gonna blame Alf.
I know. I say that half-hearted. I'm kind of joking, but not really.
This is not quite that, but all right. Under New York state law, there is something called agreed upon combat.
Ooh.
Oh.
And what that says, Chad, if you run up to Daniel in the street and punch him in the face and cause injury, you've committed an assault. Okay?
Yeah.
If you run up to Daniel in the street and say, "Come on, bitch, you want some of this?" And he says, "Oh, bring it, mother." And the two of you engage in fisticuffs. Okay? Neither of you have assaulted each other. You're both committing a disorderly conduct and can be pinched for that. But neither of you assaulted each other because it's agreed upon combat.
Oh man.
So I don't think it rises to the level of to include a homicide, but just a regular, just two. Basically, it's two guys in a bar who go outside, decide to go outside and fight. It's not an assault. We're not arresting this guy for this, and it's not an assault. You're both going in.
Look at the loopholes of this. Like, can I kill someone with this?
So,
I can't. Okay.
what you're saying is Fight Club is legal in New York. I'm moving.
We don't talk about Fight Club.
Is it legal? No, they're all committing disorderly conduct, but nobody is assaulting anyone.
Yeah. Now, what happens?
However,
if you...
it also says when one party communicates their withdrawal, if you continue, then it's an assault.
Yeah.
So if Daniel is kicking your ass and you go, all right, you win, and he gives you one more just to drive it home. Yeah. Then he assaulted you.
Yep.
Dad is so much taller than me. That would be like a squirrel climbing a tree.
Now, that being said, when you guys head over to the Ko-fi account, if you make a donation and you mark the donation with the tagline "Agreed Upon Combat," if we reach $100 in donations, strictly labeled as "Agreed Upon Combat," we will have the Battle of Chicagoland in April.
So.
Wait, against each other, or are we gonna find some other random dudes and take them out?
Oh no, because that would be an assault. You guys are gonna have some agreed upon combat.
Yeah.
Wait. You guys, Don King over here, making the fight? Is that only in America? The agreed upon combat between these two?
We'll let Mr. WWE be the ref of the match, and then Dan, you and I can go out.
That's cool. That's cool.
That'd be hysterical. I would lose.
Awesome.
No, I wouldn't.
Well,
this is great though because
hopefully we don't get those donations then.
Yeah. Because I mean, like, this is gonna be awesome because it's gonna be like, oh, this is the first time we're meeting each other in public. We gotta film this. This is the first time we've ever met each other face to face. And what happens? Dan punches Chad. Chad punches Dan.
So who's gonna dress like Peter Griffin? Who's gonna dress like the chicken?
Oh man, it's on. This is great. No boxing gloves, by the way. No boxing gloves.
Yeah.
Duty.
I wish I had that
last
clip.
news story comes to us.
Oh my God, we're still on the news.
We're still in the news. That's how.
I'll make this last one quick. Also speaking about LA, the Jewish Cultural Center over there, the Skirtsbowl Cultural Center, is having a Star Trek exhibit, mainly featuring Spock. So that's cool. It's been going on for a couple months now. They've had about 12,000 visitors. They have all sorts of costumes and props. A lot of the items on display come from Paul Allen's private collection that used to be part of the Seattle Pop Culture Museum when it was still around. So that's pretty neat. I've seen a lot of these because I went to the Seattle one. So it's cool to see them in person. But yeah, it's going to be going until February 20th. So if you're in the LA area, you've got some time still to go see it. But it's pretty neat. So
Cool.
yeah.
Cool.
All right, that's it.
All right, let's run into the feedback.
Hailing frequencies. Open.
Boom. And speaking of the coffee account, we'll start there. 7 days ago from Taryn, Happy New Year. Here's $10 each for Dan and Daniel to watch Stargate. So it just keeps coming. I got more. Eric Wood, 4 days ago. A coffee for each of you since I briefly walked away from the computer while being signed into Discord Sunday, and you had to Bueller me. Yeah, we did. Bueller, are you there, Eric? He wasn't there.
That was awesome.
That was good. And then Ricardo, 19 hours ago. I don't remember there being a Ricardo before. Maybe not. I don't know. I want Dan to watch and review the original.
I need to do.
Oh, I want Dan to watch and review the original 94 Stargate movie. Oh, man, it just keeps coming.
I like that movie.
It just keeps coming. Yeah, it's a good movie. I love James Spader. I mean, if you haven't watched James Spader in Boston Legal with William the Shatner, you're missing out. So anyway, and over on our voicemail, we actually have a voicemail, but funny enough, someone figured out that they don't need to leave a voicemail on our voicemail. They can text the phone number, 816-287-0448. You can call and leave a voicemail, or if you don't want to call and have your voice on the air, you can just send us a text. That's a very easy way to send us feedback for me to read on the show. And this is from Daryl, because he actually signed his text Daryl, so I would know. And he said, hello, Chad, Dan, and Daniel. Trying out the voicemail through text. Discovery Season 4 is okay. Anyways, have a great new year, and check out Stargate Atlantis Season 4, Episode 17, called Midway. It's Kratos versus Aquaman. I have no idea who Kratos is, but obviously it's Jason Momoa, Aquaman, is in that because he's in Atlantis. But I don't know who's Kratos. Am I forgetting that?
Kratos.
Kratos. Maybe he's somebody from Atlantis I'm forgetting about.
I mean, Kratos is a character in God of War.
How do you spell it?
Kratos. I should look this up. Atlantis Season 4, Episode 17. I'll look it up right now while we're talking.
Yeah, God of War.
Yeah. I don't know, man. So I've got some feedback on the Twitter account, actually. This is from Ty J, and they write, "Love the show, guys. Been a listener since David Ivy, episode 2 or 3.
Nice.
Why not commit to episode 1? But whatever. You guys have been doing a nice job taking over and making it your own. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And let's see, do I have any other ones? No, so I put up a question too because it's going to relate to the topic later. Some of our most anticipated shows for 2022, and so a lot of people commented on that. So I'll have people's answers in a minute.
Okay.
But we do have Bronson with us here so maybe he wants to give some feedback real quick.
Oh, I didn't even look. Oh, yeah, here he is. You're not even muted.
Yeah. Bueller?
Oh shit! Sorry guys, I didn't know.
This is an ongoing
That's right,
thing
that's
now.
how we do it.
Whoa. How you guys doing?
Good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Happy New Year. Happy, all the good stuff.
Yeah. You got anything you want to share with us today?
On what topic?
Anything.
Prodigy, movies? What's the plan?
Anything you want. Did you watch this recent episode of Prodigy?
Oh, I did. I loved it.
Yeah. Tell me what you
It
thought
was
about it.
really, really good.
Yeah.
I saw it yesterday.
Good. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't had the time to. I've started it 4 different times, and I haven't been able to finish it all the way through. So I think I'm like 3 minutes in. But I'm sure it'll be good when I watch it. Everybody that's watched it so far has said it's good. So
Yeah.
I was planning to watch it today.
yeah. Everybody's in it, but I guess they don't all have voice parts or something. Or what was? Go ahead and spoil it.
Voice
for us.
parts.
No, the best part is the TNG and TOS. The characters are all. It's their real voices. And most of them are passed away.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of like stitched together, but you can tell it's their voice. Leonard Nimoy.
That's cool. I'm gonna check that out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've said how they did that, and it's just either secondary takes or clips from past shows or movies. So yeah, it's all stitched together.
It still sounds really good though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go watch it today if I get time. If not, I'll watch it one night this week when I'm on the road. So cool.
Yeah, watch it. It's good.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen,
It's
if you
fun.
have not
Really
watched
fun.
Picard or Prodigy yet,
Prodigy.
go and watch it, especially this episode. And I take it if you haven't watched the ones before this one, are you really missing anything? You should be able to pick up Prodigy and just go to town, right?
Oh yeah, you can.
Okay.
How many episodes are there now?
6.
6. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're half hour or 22 minutes
Like
or
20 minutes.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 22
So-
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, to catch up, it's
Yeah, not a big
You
deal.
can watch it at
You know.
lunch or
Yeah.
a break or something. It's
a long lunch, man. That's a 2 hour. I don't know where you work, but that's a 2-hour lunch.
no 22 minutes. That's all it is.
He's talking about just one of
Oh,
them.
I'm saying to catch
One
up.
episode,
If you wanna-
not all
If you
6,
want to watch, if you want to watch all
yeah.
6,
Yeah. No.
that's, Yeah, I'm taking a half day today because
Yeah.
watching 6 episodes of Star Trek at lunch.
I've had some lunches when I'm on the road with clients and customers that were 2 hours long.
Oh, I know.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
I've had some lunch meetings that run a little over.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This isn't a lunch meeting. You just didn't give me any break from you at all. Thank you.
That's funny.
All right.
All right.
Anything else on our feedback side of things, gentlemen? And obviously, if you guys want to get on the show and you want to bring your feedback and you've got enough cojones to get on the air with us like Bronson does, get on over to the Discord. If you don't have the link for the Discord and want it, you should get it. We'll put it up on everywhere again, all the places we're at, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, every place that Daniel's at, because I'm none of those places. So anyway.
I'm in a lot.
Yeah, you are, and I really appreciate you doing that because I just can't take social
Yeah.
media. I mean, if you want to see a man's blood pressure go from normal to way outside the scope of he's going to die and the veins pop out of my head, just show a Facebook feed to me for 30 seconds. I will lose my shit. So, I mean, I can't do it anymore. Well, even during these little times when we're talking like this and all of a sudden politics come up, it's like I can feel my blood start to boil. I get so mad because it's all stupid. It's all stupid. I don't care what side of the alley you're on. It's all stupid.
Yeah.
So I'm just
Not everything can be as great as an Air Bud movie.
yeah, or Paw Patrol.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, yeah, I kind of just I don't know. We watched well, one of the things we're going to talk about today in our topic is, and I guess we'll just move right over to the topic. You want to do that real quick?
Let's get into the topic.
Okay. Let me find my soundboard again. Sorry, I pulled up the voicemail thing to listen to it, and
Yeah.
here we go.
Talking about Star Trek in this week's topic. Talking about the Star Trek in this week's topic.
And we're probably not going to talk about Star Trek in this week's topic.
Not at all.
Not at all, actually.
Maybe.
And so the topic was, of course, we're going to be, not of course, but the topic was talking about what our top movies and or shows were from 2021, the year that was. Is that what it is or no?
Going forward, what do we expect is going to be good?
Okay, good. And going forward, because I maybe it's because I'm in and out and had a kind of crazy busy week. I kind of missed part of what you meant there, but I got it now.
Okay.
So, but what I was going to say before is, all the craziness. I was able to watch quite a few older, what I would call classic movies from my childhood, 80s and 90s, with my kids this last year, 2021. And so, and they enjoy. It's kind of funny. Anytime I tell the girls that, hey, we're going to watch this movie. It's a great movie. It came out here, and here's who's in it. You don't know any of this stuff, and I'm not going to tell you anything more about it. We're going to sit down and watch it. You're going to love it. Anytime I've ever said that to them in the past, they've always just rolled their eyes. Oh, damn.
Yeah, me
too.
I don't
Same
want to
thing.
watch that. I hate that.
It's
I don't
too
want...
old.
Yeah, it's too
Yeah.
old, or who the hell is that, or just whatever.
Yeah.
I don't like it, right? And so, but for whatever reason this year, we got into the habit where they finally watched one that I recommended, and they loved it. And so we went, they're
Yeah.
like, what's another one you want? What's another one like that? And so we watched another one. So we watched movies like Explorers. We watched movies like Short Circuit. We watched the original
I did
2
the same thing.
Ghostbusters. I mean,
Yeah.
Me too.
so it was great. It was
Ghostbusters.
wonderful. And so when I asked my daughter, what was one of the ones that we watched this year that you really, really liked, and one of those ones was Short Circuit. She really enjoyed Short Circuit, and she really enjoyed the original Ghostbusters.
My daughter too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. Good stuff. So, anyway,
It's funny you mentioned Short Circuit. The other day, just randomly, like, on Facebook you get ads.
Mm-hmm.
Etsy showed me an ad for a miniature Johnny 5. It was like 5 or 6 inches tall, but it looked dead on. Like, it was cool.
That would be cool.
Who showed you the ad? Facebook?
Etsy, yeah, on Facebook.
But Facebook show. Okay, so this is just proof of how Zuckerberg is using all of your activity, and they are crafting advertisements specifically for you. Okay, because I also had a Short Circuit related ad pop up on Facebook.
Oh,
Except it was the yellow "Don't Tread on Me" flag that usually has the Cobra. Except it had Johnny 5 going, "No disassemble," with his hands.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
I didn't
That
get
would
any
be
of
a
those
good
ads. I didn't get any of those ads. You can't target me with
that would
ads.
be a better shirt, I think.
Yeah, that would be a
You
great
think so?
shirt. Yeah, no
That'd be a cool
disassemble.
shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty good. No
that
disassemble.
was pretty good.
Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? I love that. And of course, when you watch that movie, what's his name, who goes on later? No, I don't. It's the same actor. He goes on later to do some other stuff, but his character is so stereotyped. It's almost a little cringy.
Oh, Fisher Stevens.
Oh, but you like the girls. Oh, we're going to talk about the girls.
Yeah, you could not get away with that nowadays.
No, you couldn't do
No.
that. No.
No.
There was a movie in the '80s called Soul Man. Do you remember Soul Man?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
And if you say,
So bad.
I took tanning pills
uh-huh.
to defraud
To
the
be
United
black.
Negro College Fund
Yeah.
so that he could go to college for free. It's like,
You
oh my
could
God, he took
So
that.
bad.
Don't say you can't make that nowadays, because they did make Tropic Thunder. Now, granted, that was not a little farther back still, but
Yeah, well, here's the thing. They made Tropic Thunder, and it was okay when they made Tropic Thunder because the joke is that the character didn't realize what he was doing was wrong.
yeah.
Except we've come even further now where it's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can't even make a joke about it. Like,
Yeah,
The Office. They couldn't put that show out today. It's still
No.
popular. It's the most popular show on Peacock. But
Sure.
if they made new episodes
Is that
of
a high
that,
bar on Peacock? Because nobody gets there.
This is a good point. Like,
Just
if it's the only place you can watch it anymore, is it still on Netflix, or is it just Peacock now only?
no,
I think-
they've moved it off. They've moved it off
Yeah.
of everything else. And
I was gonna say I'm the best cook in my house, but I'm the only cook in the house. So
listen, I know you guys aren't crazy about it, and that's because you haven't gotten through the first season. But that show after the first season, that show is genius.
All
And
right.
if you don't power through it and get to the second season, you're really doing yourself a disservice.
Okay,
I'll get right to it after Stargate.
I was gonna say, if that's where you want to go, then I will sit and watch that first season. I've never been able to get to the first episode. I can't take it. It's so stupid. But I will watch the first season if you will watch the first season of SG1, and then tell me your thoughts, and I'll tell you my thoughts.
Okay.
And then from there, we don't have to decide whether or not to go any
here's the
farther.
thing. No. I don't want you to just watch the first season.
Yeah.
You have to get through the first season and watch the second season.
But see, what you're telling me is I have to suffer to then watch something good, and I'm telling you, the
I'm gonna be
first
honest
season of
with you, it's
SG1
not-
is great.
It's not the same show. The second
Yeah,
season is
I've
not
heard
is
that.
of
Yeah.
The Office is not the same show. They retooled the character completely. In the first season, he was just mean. He was just a mean boss.
Yeah.
And in the second season,
Chad, to quote Indiana Jones, the penitent man is a humble man.
that
Well, we were on a roll today. We were just punchy with.
Oh, yeah.
This is great. This is
Yeah.
This is the best show of 2021.
Let's give quick our lists of top movies and shows from last year, from 2021.
Oh, I mean 2022, the best show of 2022. That's what I meant for the joke. Anyway, it takes me 3 months to realize it's 2022. Anyway,
You've been messing up jokes for 4 years at this
Yeah.
point. We're used to it. You've been blowing punchlines as long as I know you.
You know me well enough. Yeah. All right, so no, it's best stuff from last year. Who wants to go? I mean, I know what my 3 are vaguely, but
I'll go first
'Kay.
because I did not understand the assignment.
Okay.
Daniel's
I
over
thought
here
it was-
going, "You two sons of."
No, I thought it was the best movies. And because of that, I chose them for very specific reasons. My favorite movies of 2021 were Ghostbusters Afterlife and
Didn't see it. Shoot.
and Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man No Way Home. And honestly, it's because I went and saw them in the theater with my son after not seeing a movie in a theater for almost 2 years. And they were both really good movies, but I'm sure they get extra points for that reason. But they both also did something in that there was a lot of what people like to call fan service in those movies, but it all worked.
Is it
all
fan,
worked.
is it fan service if
gave-
it's a good script? I mean,
Exactly. You know, calling it when you give people what they want and they enjoy it and buy the repeat tickets and you make an assload of money off of it. You know, calling it fan service is just kind of a dick move.
Yeah,
No, they made a movie that people wanted to see.
Yep.
Yeah.
So those were 2 of my 3. The other, I didn't understand the assignment.
That's my fault.
And it's okay. It's okay. And because of that, I didn't understand the assignment, but my third choice, I deviated from the assignment, and now knowing what the assignment actually was, I kind of did complete the assignment because my third choice was Wanda Vision. And in my head, I prepared this whole thing to say about, it's not a movie, but it's a movie, because this is the year that the line between movies and television shows really started to blur, because a lot of this stuff, especially the Marvel stuff and the Star Wars stuff that they're doing on television, they're really just long movies. So
you say it's blurred or really blurry. I think it's gone. I don't think there's any, especially with the it's in the theater and it's on your TV at the same day.
Well, I don't think it's gone yet, because they also backed off a lot of what they were trying to do. You know, the Scarlett Johansson thing was a big mistake, and they've kind of backed off of doing that. But WandaVision, I watched it 3 times. That's how much I enjoyed it. And I watched it myself. I watched it myself again, like before the next episode would come out. And then once they were all out, I watched the whole thing again with my wife because I thought she would enjoy it.
Yeah.
And my son and I are in the middle of our Marvel rewatch right now, and I'm kind of looking forward to, when am I getting to WandaVision? Because he's never seen it. And, when you watch something with someone and they've never seen it, and you watch it at home so you can pause it and talk about different things, it's almost like watching it again for the first time. When you're watching with someone who hasn't seen it. So WandaVision, I watched all the Marvel shows that came out, and they were all good.
Yeah,
they're all good. They were all good, but WandaVision was really my favorite. I felt it had the most emotional weight to it. And also it was just a blending of so many different genres. It was a TV show that was also a movie because it's Marvel, but it was also a sitcom but it was also a 1950s sitcom.
Yeah.
But it was also Lost because, hey, what the hell is going on?
Yep.
But it was also a comedy because it's Malcolm in the Middle, and it's so. Yeah, there was just so much going on, so many different genres being blended together that you really think it was something special that happened.
I have some people tell me that you know, when I complain about disco being just this emotional train wreck and someone's always crying and wah wah wah, and I have a hard time with that. I always have people tell me, yeah, but I mean, you're just a guy who's not really you know, you're a guy and you're like a guy and you have no idea what your emotions are. You have no emotions. You know, you're not really connected to your emotions, or you can't handle emotions.
Yeah, okay.
I hear all that kind of bullshit. But then if you go back and you look at Wanda Vision, that's an example of a great show that dealt with a lot of emotions and very deep emotions and very difficult emotions, and they did it right, and I didn't hate it. Right? So I mean,
to that person, it's like I want to say I don't have emotion. I cried over a robot last week. You know. Tell me again. I don't have emotions.
Yeah. I mean, I cried when I dropped my MacBook Pro in the driveway 7-8 years ago. I mean, I can't help it that I haven't really cried that much since. But I mean, it was a MacBook Pro. I mean,
that's important.
And,
that's important, man.
It wasn't just a MacBook; it was a Pro.
There's a lot of money.
You know.
Grand Nagus is over here crying about the platinum. Anyway, so Daniel, you got your pick?
So I've got my movies and I've got my TV shows from last year.
Okay.
Movies, same Spider-Man No Way Home, fantastic. That was great. Movies, also I've got the Snyder Cut, the Justice League. It's not that I loved the movie, but the story behind it and how it got made, it fascinates me.
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Yep.
So,
yep. Exactly.
Great. Other one, dumb movie. I 100% admit it's dumb as hell, but I loved it, and it's hilarious. You probably never heard of it. Willie's Wonderland, starring Nicolas Cage, where he go. The premise is it's a horror movie. Somehow he gets locked up in basically like a Chuck E. Cheese or Five Nights at Freddy's, and the animatronic things come alive and tries to kill him.
Oh my God! Nick Cage did this movie. That man. He has to do 3 movies a year, otherwise he's broke.
That's the thing. He owes so much money that you put a script in front of him. He's just like, whatever, let's do it. Are we doing this today? We're doing this today? When are we doing this? Just write the
kind
check.
of some of the highlights of it too is he doesn't say a word the entire movie.
Oh my Lord!
He just grunts and like he will go and beat up one of these machines like it's no problem, and then he goes play pinball, and that's the movie. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
All right.
It's a real movie. Willie's Wonderland. Go check it out.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. TV shows. Number one. So I went by shows that I get most excited about watching every week and really into it. So this is my list. Number one was Superman and Lois. I thought that came out of nowhere, and that was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Another one I'm sure you guys love and have appointment television, AEW Dynamite, the new wrestling show. Yeah. I love it. It's great.
I love how you called it appointment television.
It is. I got to know what's going on with Darby Allin and Sammy Guevara.
Oh, my Lord. Who? What? No.
And then my last one is just pure train wreck show. It's a nightmare. I can't believe people live their lives this way, and I have to watch it. Love After Lockup. People who get into a relationship with prisoners and think that that's going to work out just fine. And surprisingly, it never does. So those are my top shows.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right.
It's just like, what?
That's interesting. And hey, this is a great example how the 3 of us are very different people with very different viewpoints, but we have a great time with one another. So it's wonderful. Mm-hmm. Thank you for sharing. They all No, just teasing you.
Since you did 3 of each.
Yeah.
since you did 3 of each, I want to back up. I'm not going to pick another 3, but for TV shows, I just want to mention The Mandalorian.
That was good. Yeah.
And I want to mention a specific episode.
Mhm.
So, you remember the Bill Burr episode from season 2?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where they get him out of prison, and you come to find out, he's not such a bad guy. He's a dude who joined the army, and the army was doing some things, and he was just following orders, and he did some things he's not happy about, and the people above him did some even worse things, and his character got some redemption in the end there. But he also had a point where he and Mando are in the truck, and he's kind of making Mando doubt everything he believes in by saying, you grow up on Alderaan, you believe one thing. You grow up on Mandalore, you believe something else.
Yep.
But neither of those places exist anymore, so what difference does it make? That's some powerful shit
Yeah.
that he was saying.
Yeah.
Because, 20 minutes later in that episode, Mando's removing his helmet in front of a room full of people just to get the job done. So,
Yep.
yeah, I really enjoyed that episode. I mean, I enjoyed that whole series, but I've gone back and rewatched that one more than once. So I just didn't want that to pass by without mentioning that. And I hope we get to see his character. I hope we get to see his character again, whether he shows up on Book of Boba Fett or he shows up in Mando season 3, or even something completely different down the line.
Yeah.
I would like to see him again. I don't care what the snowflakes think about Bill Burr. He's a comic genius.
Yes, he is.
I want to see him
Yep.
again.
Yep.
And he's he's from Boston, and he doesn't hide that on Star Wars, which he gets points for that too. I wasn't a stormtrooper. Trooper.
Yeah.
He's a Koopa Troopa. What were you gonna say, Daniel?
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I was going to say Mandalorian almost made my list, but
Yeah.
I've got to put the wrestling on.
When the Mandalorian comes back out again, my only hope is we stop hearing about the BS about whether or not Pedro Pascal wanted to wear the helmet anymore or not, or was upset about wearing the helmet, or yada yada yada. And Boba Fett's always taking the helmet off, and oh my lord, I hope I don't see any of that. I probably won't, because I barely even look at my news feed anymore. So, actual Google news feed, I don't even look at that very much. So, whatever. There's a great way to not piss yourself off in the morning, and that's not look at the news. Anyway, so that's weird. I'm getting echo, but anyway. Okay, so my 3, and I did the 3 not knowing it was going to be 3 television, 3 movies. I just did 3 in general across movies and television. So again, I didn't understand the assignment either. That's okay.
I feel like it's my fault, because if both of you didn't understand it, that's my bad for not communicating it.
Well, and I feel like some of that's on me from the standpoint of I didn't push you for clarification enough and just assumed. And you can, the path to horrible things happening is laid with good intentions and or assuming, right? So I shouldn't have done that. I apologize. It's okay though. It all comes out good in the wash. So. And these are in no particular order in terms of which one's number 1, number 2, or number 3. These are just the 3 out of all the movies and television shows that were new from 2021 that I liked. WandaVision actually was not the first one to come to mind, but I like that one a lot. Yeah, it was not the first one to come to mind, but I like that one a lot. I think it's way better than the Winter Soldier, Captain America thing was. I really kind of... I watched it, but I didn't enjoy that one. I liked Loki a lot, too. I liked Loki a lot more than I thought I would. But WandaVision was the best out of those. And then in terms of the movies, or any other shows, I mean, man, Invasion and Foundation were both fantastic, but I still have to give the other 2 out of the 3 to Dune and Ghostbusters. And the only reason that Spider-Man's not on that top 3 list is because I still haven't seen it. I still haven't watched it. So, I'll go to the theaters at some point and watch it, and I'm sure it'll be a fantastic movie. And then I'll change my mind. It'll probably take out either Dune or Ghostbusters. But Man,
It totally will.
I really enjoyed Dune, and I enjoyed the original Dune, even though it's cheesy in places, and kind of hard. Nowadays it's even harder to watch compared to what you normally watch now. But the way that movie was done, Denis Villeneuve does some excellent work, and the way that he did that movie. Why would you ever need to remake this movie again? Unless it's like 40 years in the future and they can do something else fantastical with, 20K television and its full 3D immersion or whatever in a wetsuit. I don't know. But no, that movie was fantastic, and I cannot wait for the second part in like 2040, whenever the hell that comes out.
They haven't even begun pre-production, let alone shoot it.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I think Dan's refreshing his video.
I believe
real quick.
so.
Yeah.
We've reached that time in the show.
We have reached that time in the show when Dan refreshes because
Yes.
I'm going to be talking for a while, so he bombs out now.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing, Dan. Oh, Chad's going to be talking? Goodbye.
Well, at this point, though, when you finally do see Spider-Man, chances are it'll just be you in the theater. So you'll have that at least.
Well, I mean, in fairness, it's been sold out. When it first came out, it was sold out that weekend. The next weekend and through that week, it was sold out. And then I just kind of stopped looking. So, I mean, obviously, people are loving it and going back and seeing it again because they're watching it. So yes, I mean...
So the theater you go to, is it like a regular theater, or is it one of those that, like, they'll serve you dinner, too?
It's that one.
Okay, the dinner one?
Yeah. I don't go to the other one here in town. I only go to the one... I don't usually buy dinner from there. Because we eat gluten free and they don't serve that, and I try not to eat.
I mean, steak is gluten free.
Yeah, but it has to be. You can't prepare it the same. You can't have cross contamination. So there's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
But at any rate, so no, at some point we'll get over there and we'll watch it. It'll be great. But I really enjoyed Dune, and of course I loved Ghostbusters. The redemption turnaround of that franchise and kind of forgetting about the 2016 SNL version that just was horrid. Was it 2016, 2017? I forget exactly when that thing came out.
16.
Yeah, 2016. So I really enjoyed Ghostbusters Afterlife. And I like Paul Rudd, so I mean, it's kind of,
He's a good fit for that cast.
He was a great fit for that cast. And again, I'll go back to what we talked about before. The kids, the child actors that they put in there, especially the girl.
They're good too.
Egon's child, or was grandchild, was just fantastic.
She's going places.
She really is.
Yeah.
And that's not the only thing I've ever seen. She's been in a lot of other stuff too. She's very good. So, and she's older than she looks. I think she's almost 20 at this point. So she looks like she's
Well, the movie is 2 years old, so.
This is true. Yeah, we forget about that a little bit. I forget about that a little bit.
Yeah, that podcast kid has got like 4 kids and a wife now.
Yeah.
So you know what's funny? I watched the new season of Cobra Kai last week.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't know if... Yeah, okay. So LaRusso's son is featured more this season. And I had to look it up to see if it was the same actor. And it was, because he had an incredible growth spurt since the last season. But also, I mean, he had very small parts in the previous seasons, and he was usually just whining about his iPad or his Nintendo or something because he was, just a 12-year-old kid or whatever. But I don't know, I was just watching a new season. I'm like, this kid, now that they're giving him some stuff to do, and not that it was drama-filled work that he was doing, not that it was serious stuff that he was doing, but just it is what it is, the material. But he's a decent actor.
Yeah.
I don't know if you picked that up at all.
Have you heard the fan casting that the kid that he bullies, right? The kid that's like quick and scaredy cat, the African American kid.
All right, I don't even know. I haven't heard anything, but I'm just gonna guess what you're going to say.
Okay.
The fan casting is he's gonna be Miles Morales.
Yep.
How did I?
Yeah. Which not bad.
No, I'd buy it.
Yeah.
I'd buy it.
Yeah.
I could see
until he grows to like 6 feet tall next year, and then he probably wouldn't make a good Miles.
Yeah. That's the thing with that.
With that age, yeah.
Yeah, you always take a risk when you cast an actual teenager as a teenager.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is, like, Tom Holland's 5'2", so like you need a small Miles, but like, yeah. You know what Miles like? Hey, what's up, Spider-Man?
I know Tom Holland is short. I didn't think he's 5'2".
Oh, yeah, he's short. I don't know how short.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that'd be ridiculous. That's like really short. Okay.
It's Spider-Mite, not Spider-Man.
Spider-Mite.
That's funny.
That's funny.
And then I kind of had in my head.
Yeah.
I was gonna say no. I had in my head like the worst movie or television show from last year was The Matrix. This was the worst movie I saw last year.
I could see that.
Yeah. That was just.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
I said my piece about that. That show pissed me off. So.
Well, let's look ahead to this year, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And should we talk about some shows we're anticipating, and then we'll go into some movies as well?
Shows that we're anticipating. Obviously, Strange New Worlds. I don't know if
right.
That's like,
I think that's the top one for this show.
Yeah, I think that's that. Well, even more so than Picard. I mean, I really want to see Picard. I really want to see John Delancey.
Yep.
So I mean, I kind of all things Trek. I'm excited to go watch. I'm not excited to finish out the season of Disco at all. We will, but I'm not excited. But no, I mean, as far as television shows go, those, and then outside of Trek, Yellowstone is just freaking fantastic. It's killing it. I'm really looking forward to the season ender. It's really good. Other than that, television shows, I don't know what the hell else is coming out. I have no idea.
One of the ones that I have that I'm really curious about is Amazon Prime is currently shooting a Lord of the Rings TV show that they're saying is the most expensive show ever made. It's going to be like $1 billion in production just for the first season. So I'm super curious about that. I don't know if I'm going to love it, but I want to see what. Yeah.
Not for me.
Okay.
But that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Where's this? Oh, there we go. I was looking for the list that I sent you of the top 3 movies because I was blanking.
Oh yeah.
Any other shows, Dan, that you know of that are coming out this year that you're looking forward to, television-wise?
Yeah, Strange New Worlds. I'm looking forward to that. Same thing. I want to see Picard, but I'm more excited about Strange New Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see the remainder of the Book of Sloba Fett.
Yeah.
It's kind of slow.
Yeah.
It's so slow.
Well, it's so slow that you know what's coming is there's going to be an episode with Boba Fett when he gets his armor back, even though we've already seen it.
Yeah.
Because that's where they're going. I don't know.
So there is a rumor that we're going to get a de-aged Harrison Ford in the Book of Boba Fett.
I did hear that going around this last week. I don't know where that came from, but I did hear it going around.
Well, they're shooting Indiana Jones 87 or whatever it is nearby. And so the reports are he just walked over
Indiana Jones 80. What's Indiana Jones 87? What is that?
Just
Indiana
whatever
Jones
number
87?
Indiana Jones is at. Yeah.
Oh, the 87th movie
all
of
right.
Indiana
I'm
Jones.
sorry.
I gotcha. Yeah. That joke went so far over his head, Drax couldn't jump up and catch it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that would follow the formula.
Yeah.
Well, we got Luke Skywalker and.
But they don't have to do a
I'd
de-aged.
be cool with that.
They don't have to do a de-aged Han Solo.
Why?
Because they can just get the.
Oh,
kid
they could
from
use
Solo.
the other guy.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
The other guy was good.
He was good. I enjoyed that movie. I actually
There was
enjoyed
nothing
it.
wrong with that movie.
No.
Yeah.
There was nothing wrong with that movie. I read an article a while back about how it was, whatever, it was Russian trolls that, manipulated that. And I don't know if it was true, but
Russian trolls caused
There's
the
nothing
election.
wrong
I
with
mean, the
that
movie
movie.
to go down.
Dude, I want Donald Glover back as Lando, so why not? Bring them both back. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I'll do another show I'm excited about. One of my most anticipated for this upcoming year is Moon Knight. Speaking of Marvel shows,
What's that?
the one with Oscar Isaac. He's basically Marvel's Batman, but he also thinks he's like reincarnated from Egyptian times, and he's like a rich dude who's bipolar, and
Huh?
yeah.
See, this is where
he can pull off Moon Knight.
This is where comic
from the
book
comics.
land. Yeah, I mean, this is where comic book land just goes off the rails, like Eternals. I never even watched that movie because just watching the damn trailer, I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
And I love Marvel movies, but it's just like we've gone off the rails now. We've used up all the main characters I care and love about. They're not there anymore, and I don't care.
Well, wait till they bring in X-Men.
Well, then I'll probably care again because those are the original characters. They haven't redone for the 15th time, so maybe I will watch it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying that I have comic book fatigue, but I'm not really looking forward to Doctor Strange. It looks interesting or sounds interesting, but I'm not. And maybe there's a better setup with it after I watch the Spider-Man. I don't know, but I'm not really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Listen, with a name like Multiverse of Madness, literally anything could happen in this movie.
So why do you care then?
It's Sam
So, I
Raimi
don't know how
directing
you're
it.
Oh, then fuck that.
Is it?
Yeah. Sam Raimi's directing it.
No,
It's gonna
thank
be
you.
bonkers. The other show that I'm really excited about that comes out this year, Kenobi, with Ewan McGregor.
Does it? Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's supposed to come out late this year, so Kenobi will be awesome, I think.
Yeah, I mean, again,
We're gonna-
another one of those
Christian back
actors.
as Anakin or Darth Vader.
Yeah, another one.
Ray
of those,
Park's gonna be,
Yeah,
Darth Maul.
it's very
It's gonna be a fun
difficult.
show.
It's very difficult for Ewan McGregor to do something that's awful because he's just such a phenomenal
Yeah.
actor.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good.
Kenobi's gonna be good.
Unlike Robert Pattinson, who what looks like is going to be a good movie, The Batman, he might screw up because he's just a shitty actor. So
He's a great actor. You haven't seen him in other stuff.
I cannot watch. I've seen him
Twilight?
in other stuff. Well, yeah, I watched him in Twilight.
Yeah.
'Cause my wife loved that, so I had to. Didn't like that. I've tried to
didn't like
watch.
it.
I've tried to watch Tenet so many times that it just makes my head spin, and I just can't do it because there's so many
Tenet's
plot
weird.
holes in Tenet. There's like a plot hole that's so large that you could literally drive one of the Mack trucks through it. That they tried to drive backwards with the face mask things on. It just what the. So. And as soon as that happened, and this was probably like halfway through, maybe two-thirds of the way through, where I could kind of start to figure out what the hell was going on, I just turned it off and walked away at that point. But that was like my fourth time trying to get through it. I just can't do it. That's a dumbass movie. What the hell were they thinking? Anyway, so that's one of my movies, by the way, though, is The Batman. As far as the movies coming out this year, I'm really wanting to see The Batman. I'm really wanting to see Thor: Love and Thunder, because we're finally going to see one of the original Marvel guys come back in a movie. I think that's going to be great with Natalie Portman. So I think that one's going to be really good. I hope it is because I really want to see it. And then of course Top Gun, because
Top Gun, yeah.
Top Gun, man.
That's mine.
Tom Mother McFucking Cruise, man. He's the man.
He's
So-
the best.
Dan's like, how did I get on a show with this jackass? I mean,
So my top one is the Batman as well.
yeah,
I'm stupid excited for that.
yeah.
Yeah.
The next one I would say I'm excited for is Doctor Strange. I think that's going to be a lot of fun just because, like Dan was saying, literally anything can happen. And then I would say
With
my
Wanda,
number...
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Wanda, exactly right, Bronson. Yep.
Yeah. The next one I'm kind of really excited about is the Flash movie with all the Batmans and Michael Keaton coming back.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about that.
No, I completely
Yeah,
forgot
I
about
think
that.
that'll be fun. I don't think it'll be great, but I think it'll be fun.
Completely forgot about that.
When's that coming out?
I don't. Sometime this year, allegedly.
Is it Morbius coming out, or Morpheus, or
Morbius,
or the Bat dude, the other Batman movie coming out this year?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
supposed to come out like next week or something like that, but they delayed it a few months. The rumor is they're delaying it so they
everything
can throw Andrew Garfield in it. So
Whoa.
we'll see. Yeah.
What?
Well,
I don't know. Jared Leto is
No.
just such an out there dude. He's just. I mean, I like his
No,
music
wouldn't
more
make
than
any
anything
sense.
else, but I don't know why Andrew Garfield would be in that.
Makes no
I mean,
sense.
who's to say that he went to his universe? Maybe he got dumped on the wrong one.
Well, maybe he's just playing
Oh.
somebody else. Just doesn't have to be
Maybe.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And you know, Andrew Garfield, and I will say this about those two movies. They were good movies. I could see why he didn't really want to make another one, and he was done being Spider-Man, because at that time they weren't quite into, well, no, they weren't. They weren't really into this whole mold of gigantic, you know, we're going to do 10 years worth of stories that are all intertwined. They weren't there yet when he did those two movies. So, you know, for him, he was, I'm in, now I'm done, and I'm out. And he's one of those actors who, he's also a very, very, very good actor. He can play so many different styles and types of characters. He's very, very good.
He is.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah. So,
Those three Spider-Mans, he's probably the best actor.
by
Yeah,
far. Oh, by
true,
far.
yeah.
And that's not to
Oh,
say
yeah.
anything. That's not to say anything bad about Tom Holland and say everything bad about Tobey Maguire. So,
They're both good.
When you see the new Spider-Man,
I said
don't
that
wanna
for
say
you,
too
Dan.
much. Yeah. Yeah.
When I see the new Spider-Man, what now?
Well, I don't want to say too much because it might ruin the film.
No,
So,
I already know like 90% of what happens.
Okay.
It's, how can I not at this point?
he is head and shoulders above the other two.
Oh, I'm
Just
sure.
even right there, like
Oh, I'm sure.
with them right there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's insane.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not just a testament to how good he is. It's a testament to how bad Tobey Maguire is.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good.
There's a few movies that Tobey Maguire's done that's okay. I will say that. There's a few that he's
Pleasantville,
done.
I love so much.
Yeah.
Which one?
So Pleasantville.
Oh yeah, was that the one with?
So I love.
Was that also with
Reese
Kirsten
Witherspoon.
Dunst? Or was that with?
Yeah, and shit, what's his name?
That was a good movie.
I don't remember who was in Pleasantville.
God damn it, what's his name?
Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to go to the Wayback Machine called Google.
The guy from Fast and Furious who died. Shit, I forgot his name.
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker. He's in that too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I would have never remembered
And
that.
I can't remember names now. Sorry.
It's okay. So we do have some replies from people
Brittany
across our
Murphy.
social media.
Sorry.
Oh,
yeah.
Brittany Murphy. Oh my god.
Who died also.
Oh
Yeah.
man, there's a name nobody talks about anymore.
Well, I mean,
No,
that
she
brings
died.
back memories of Heath Ledger too. Like two really good
Yeah.
actors, young and in their prime, and really, really good. And you know, that was Paul Morgan Stetler, not Paul Walker,
Yeah.
in Pleasantville.
Oh, okay.
Paul Walker. He's in Pleasantville.
Wait,
I'm sure. I can check if you want.
I've got it
but-
pulled up on IMDb
That was
right
Paul
now.
Walker.
Yeah. Now I see Paul Morgan Stetler, who kind of looks like Paul Walker, but I don't see Paul Walker. Nope.
Wait, no.
Nope. Look up IMDb. Reese Witherspoon.
I'm looking up right now.
Oh yeah, she used to make movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in our social media, John has said on Instagram he's most excited about Strange New Worlds and Disco. Someone else also brought up Orville season 3. Mags brought that up on Twitter. Malin181 brought up The Unbearable Weight of Talent. It's a Nicolas Cage film that's coming out. I think this is the one where Nicolas Cage plays Nicolas Cage.
No.
So that could be fun.
Is it the John
one I'm thinking
Malkovich
of.
version of Nicolas Cage at this point? Is he just
Basically, yeah.
pulling a John
The
Malkovich?
idea is he gets hired by a billionaire to like be at a party, and then like a murderer is on the loose, or a hitman, and like Pedro Pascal plays the billionaire. So,
Huh. Interesting.
uh,
Interesting.
yeah.
Chad,
Let's
Paul
see,
Walker is in Pleasantville. He was Skip.
Oh, okay.
He was.
It was Skip.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Huh. Interesting.
And then on Facebook, Mike Medina says he's most excited for Doctor Strange and Strange New Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And Scott Strongbeard Bowder says he's excited for the Flash.
See, I completely forgot Orville season 3 was coming out this year.
Me too.
Or whatever,
Oh, yeah.
or whatever season it is.
That's a good call.
Yeah, I'd completely forget. I mean, this is going to be one of those things where we're going to get overwhelmed because we're not used to having this much stuff coming out, right? And so,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Picard, Orville, yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. Well, I guess that's Trek year round. If the Orville comes out during the gap when there's nothing on Paramount Plus.
That's true.
Yeah, you're true.
That's true.
We can see you, Dan, if you're checking your video. I see your head going side to side.
Yeah.
Dan's back.
Yep. So. All right. Well, good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah. So there's some good stuff coming up, guys. You know, it'll be fun.
Yep.
So. Yeah.
Can't hear you, Dan.
And then do we have a new Transformers this year, or is that the next year? The Beast Wars Transformers.
No idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
I know
would
they've
have
been
to look
shooting
up.
it. I just don't know when it comes out. All right. Well, is that basically it?
I'm looking up Transformers 2022 to see if it gives me anything.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah.
2020 Transformers Rise of the Beast comes out in 2023.
Okay.
A live action?
Yeah, that'll be live action.
Yep.
Oh.
Ron Perlman's in it. Doesn't Ron
That's right. He's
Perlman
gonna voice Optimus Primal.
Optimus Primal? Yeah, and then Optimus Prime, of course, is Peter Cullen.
Of course,
Right.
Peter Cullen, the great.
Yep.
Yes. Well, we still have him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
'Cause he's getting up in years, man.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Oh, yes, he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else we need to cover? I know Dan keeps just coming and going. He's having a hard time today. With his
Yeah.
audio,
He's having a difficult time.
He keeps
Yeah.
dropping out, yeah.
Yep.
All right.
All right, sounds good, Dan. If we'll say something to you offline here. If you gotta add anything, we'll do a clip and put it
Here, everything is clipping.
in. Yeah, you're clipping. Yeah.
Everything is.
Yeah. It seems
All
like it's
right.
okay on my end. I can hear everybody else, so that's weird.
Yeah.
All right, we'll call it right there. Good show. We'll be back next week. Or actually, will we be back next week? I don't know. We'll find out.
Sure.
Yeah, we don't know. We'll figure it out. We just play this thing by ear.
Yeah.
So,
For sure.
obviously, get a hold of
Well,
us.
thanks for listening to everybody.
Yep, get a hold of us at trekcasttng@gmail.com. Chad is wrong at gmail.com. That's where the hate mail goes. 816-287-0448 is the phone number to call, or, as you found out today, to text. Get a hold of us over on Twitter or on Facebook or on Instagram, TrekcastTNG on all of those. And, of course, we'll put the link out for the Discord so that you can come on and be live on the show like Bronson was today and give us your feedback live.
Yeah.
So that was great to have you on, Bronson. We appreciate that. And we
Yeah,
will
thanks
see
for coming
everybody in,
Chiefs.
in a week or two. Yeah, go Chiefs. That's right. Sports ball.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you guys. Appreciate
All right.
it. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Well, there you have it, another episode in the can. Check us out at Trekcast.com. Also, if you would, please subscribe to us via iTunes. Leave those reviews, subscribe to us, we'll get some numbers, get up the list, get more listeners, do more shows, have more fun. But for now, we're all done. So live long and prosper, and we'll see you next week.